where we are now. It's a huge island surrounded by Ferrum battles are super popular here, if you hadn't already guessed. The types of battles differ a bit. To start off, right now we're here in Old Ferrum Town. It's also known as My Town, and here you can check your battle data and change your setting. Don't worry, whenever we head to a new area, I'll give you... Next up is right here, Ferrum Stadium. This is a single-player mode where you battle your way to victory in the... Next up is Teller Town, I suppose. Here you can join in casual... When you want to battle against your friends, you should head over to Sell. There, you can battle using the gamepad and one additional... And then there's Neo City, where you can battle against online players. Oh, right, I forgot one other important place. In Techna City, you can learn all sorts of stuff about battles and practice a bit too. Alrighty then, Feel free to start off wherever you want, but I think you might be best off heading to Techna. Here, you can learn about Ferrum battles and practice as much as you... In the tutorial, I'll teach you all about battling. In free training, you can use a number of settings to practice however you see. I'd recommend starting off with my tutorial. Oh, right. You can use the pause menu during battle to check your Pokémon. Which Pokémon are you battling with? In this course, I'll teach you all about the basics of the game. Now then, what? Alrighty, I guess we better go ahead and try. You can use the plus control pad to move around the field. You can also jump with the B button. If you press in the same direction twice on the plus control pad, you can step forward and back or side to side. Oh. Next up, press this button. Long-distance attacks are called ring. Try to look. Nicely done. Next, you'll launch. There you go. Now you're getting it. Alrighty then, all battles consist of two states. Field phase at the start of the battle, and this is duel phase. You can tell which phase you're in by checking. Now then, how do you go about changing phases? Well, you see, if you land a certain type of attack, you'll shift phases. Let's check out this. I'll try to hit your opponent with this attack. Okay. In duel phase, here's where but you'll need to be. The way you move around differs. Let's practice moving. By pressing forward twice on the plus control pad, you can perform a forward dash step. By pressing back twice on the plus control pad, you can perform a backward dash step. You can jump using the B button. In duel phase, the action is highly varied. Land a certain... You can also send them flying. Someone with battles will involve shifting. Plus, when you cause a phase shift, you'll get a nice little bone. And by that, I mean you. We'll talk more about. Right. You can by blocking. All right, just hold down the R button. Whenever you're in a pinch, just press the R button. All right, keep an eye right here on the screen. This is your synergy gauge. Once your synergy gauge is full, try pressing the X. Your Pokémon used its synergy burst. Your Pokémon will be superpowered while it's in. Wreak havoc with synergy burst. You can use a burst attack once during every synergy burst. Try using a burst attack. Land a hit to deal some You definitely don't want to miss your chance.
Tutorial finish.
Which Pokémon are you battling with? In this course, press this to perform a long-distance attack. It's great because you can use these attacks. Try to land a few forward range. Okay! Press the X button while land a hit and you'll cause a phase shift. You'll want to get the time. Try to land a... There you go! Now you're getting it! During dual phase, if you land a hit, press the Y button rapidly. This is what we call land a Pokkèn. While you're still getting the hit, a counterattack absorbs an incoming attack. Time it just right, and you'll be able to strike back at your opponent. You can use counterattack. Try to counter. Nice work. Latch onto your opponent and land blow after blow. By using grab attacks, you can break through. On top of that, being said, they're not very effective. Use a grab attack on your opponent. Nicely done. Counterattacks beat normal attacks. Grab attacks beat counterattack. And normal attacks beat grab. Trainers who master this attack triangle will take control of the... This thing over here is... your support gauge. And once your support gauge is full, press the L button and try calling it. It'll come in. Nicely done! During the planning time before each round, you can switch out the support Pokémon you want to use. You can choose which support Pokémon. You can select a support Pokémon that suits your, or maybe even select a support. Support Pokémon come in 3 different types. Attack-type support Pokémon come in handy when you want to deal out damage and push your opponent back. Disrupt-type support Pokémon, sometimes they can. Enhance-type support Pokémon. Pick a support Pokémon. Sometimes, when you use support Pokémon, these statuses include positive statuses and first things first, while you're under the effect of a... For instance, Eevee will give you a positive status that grants you a temporary... The effect depends... Next up, we have negative stat. Get hit with a negative status, and you'll temporarily be at a Take Emolga, for example. He'll hit you with an attack that temporarily reduces your speed. Use these statuses to your advantage to get the lead in battle. Between rounds, I'll drop in to cheer you on. Depending on whether you win or lose a round, there are several types of cheering. There are cheer skills that are in effect from the first round. Be sure to test out any new cheer skills you get. Sometimes, during field phase, you'll find... You can pick up this power to fill up power on the field. Go ahead and pick up the power that... The tide of the battle can really change. Now, why don't you try this? Next, give this... Nicely done! All right, and... Nice! choose your Pokémon. During duel phase, press down on the plus control pad.
Pikachu!
While in low stance, press the Y button. Press the X button while in low stance to use an attack to knock down. Try to land an attack from low stance.
Pikachu! Pikachu!
Nicely done! By pressing up on the plus control pad, by pressing the Y in a high stance, try to use an attack. There you go! Now you're getting it! You can hold, it'll take some, you'll deal more damage. By charging up. Try to charge up. Nicely done! During a counterattack, use the plus control pad and the R button to cancel and move into a... This is simply called a cancel. You can use counterattacks to deflect your opponent's attacks, and then cancel. Try to cancel a counterattack. Piercing attacks are special moves that cannot be blocked by counterattacks. For example, counterattacks with a fully charged... Your best bet with counterattacks is, in field phase, you can also hold the last hit of a homing attack to make it a piercing attack. Your Pokémon won't take any hits while knocked down, and it'll get back up on its own, too. But, depending on the attack, this is called block damage, but you'll never be KO'd by block damage. If you keep if you don't release it, you'll eventually... When you're hit with a guard break, you'll be left how many attacks you can endure before getting hit with the guard break. Blocking is important, there's no doubt about it. But while in Synergy Burst, you won't be stunned from taking a few small hits, so you can move in for the attack without worrying about your opponent's ranged attack. Try to hit an opponent using a ranged attack with a homing attack. There you go! Now you're getting it! When your opponent uses the, you'll want to try to use the X button for strong attack or grab attack to try to stop them. can link up one of... This is what we call... Let's try to land this... Relax, relax. Just focus on one attack at a time. There's not much time left. It's a bit tough, don't worry. You just... I'm sure you've already noticed that battle Pokkèn. On top of that, how... There are all sorts of different battle stages. Battle Pokémon all have their strengths and weaknesses, and you'll have to be ready to switch. As you increase your skill level, you can apply those skill points. As your skills level up, you'll get all sorts of useful advantages in battle. Remember, you can switch out your skill.
Tutorial finished.